I hope things work out for Bay and Lon. After everything I put them through, they deserve it. I don't know what came over me. It's just... Bay was my last chance to have a family. My only chance to find a husband. When I heard he was engaged, I realized I'd never get out of this life I've created. What respectable man would ever want to marry a girl like me? Even the lummoxes in my gang would only do it because they're afraid of me. This town is short on eligible bachelors as it is. I mean, there are a few guys out there I know of, but none of them would be interested in me. I have a reputation around town, and having my boys beat up Bay didn't help any. Any half-decent man would probably run if they saw me coming. Huh. You really think you can pull this off? Tell you what. You find me a decent husband, and I'll make it worth your while. My, business ventures have been very profitable. But don't think I'm desperate enough to settle for just anyone. I've got my standards. And I'd have to meet him first, of course. Let's see. There's Rue the bosun, but he's nothing but a drunk. My boys have had more than a few run-ins with him over the years. He's definitely out. Schumann the craftsman is single. I don't know him that well, but he seems like a good man. He has a home in the southwest corner of the town. And then there's Yaru. He used to be a sailor traveling the Empire, but now he's looking to settle down. He might be a good catch. Spends most of his time in the tea house. Not living in town, and Tien's Landing doesn't get a lot of visitors. But if you find someone looking for a wife, bring him by so I can check him out. The only reason I was interested in Bay was because I figured he was my only chance of ever finding a husband, and I knew he was a decent guy. It's not like he was the love of my life or anything. He just seemed like a logical choice. There's not a lot of options in this town. Yeah, right. The pickings in Tien's Landing are mighty slim for a girl like me. But if you find someone, just bring him back so I can meet him. And, well, good luck.
Ing better figure out a way to get us out of here soon, or I'm going to snap.
Look at all these people here. When my old father told me to come to the big city, he never warned me about the crowds. Back on the farm, I ain't never seen so many people and buildings in one place. Except for livestock. But I guess they ain't people. Or buildings. My name's Tien, but everyone calls me Big Tien because I'm so big. I came to the city to try to find me a wife. So far, it's not going so good. You wouldn't happen to know any pretty young gals, would you? Someone who'd want to come live on the farm with me? You do? That's great! Is she pretty? Is she a nice, simple gal who'll help me out on the farm and keep me warm at night? Well, let's go meet her. You better lead the way, 'cause I don't know where we're going. Wow, You sure are pretty. And you got a real nice club here for you and your friends. My name's Tien, but everyone calls me Big Tien because I'm so big.
Big! Yes, I can see that. Well, Big Tien, my name's Eiling. I haven't seen you around town before. I'd remember someone like you.
Yeah, I ain't never been to the big city before. Usually I stay out on my farm, but my old father told me it's time to get me a wife, so... You want to get married now?
You aren't really the sharpest knife in the rack, are you, Tien?
Hey, that's what my old father always says about me. He also says the key to farming is hard work and happy thoughts.
A farm, eh? I've spent my whole life living in the town. I'm not sure I want to leave Tien's Landing.
Gang? What are you... Hey, this ain't no club. You guys are thugs. I ain't looking for a wife who's a thug. This marriage is off.
Huh. That didn't go well, did it? Look, if you want to collect that silver I promised you, you're going to have to come up with someone better than that.
You could ni kung uno sa ison could noka ugyorir. Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno.
You taught me much, Jian, but the most valuable lessons were learning where you were wrong. 17th square of the Lion, if you please.
Wotowir uk kawana ir usowana da hoki. Niato nonapadi irovir.
You are being rude, Jian. We have a guest. Let us place the game on hold a moment.
Tawe ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Wanakapir sari awaf, van sier sorofos isinosaurus usuno.
Surely you know of Yi, the capturing game? Played on a board of 19 rows and columns, the black and white pieces capture territory for their player.
Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno. Okie fakarea, ni ugoristoipa.
Do not be so hasty, Jian. You did not turn me aside all those years ago.
Nararo, na pirni, ni takatashi.
Jian the Iron Fist isn't honestly going to let this one walk away, is he? If you don't say anything, then I will, you old goat.
Sisair pawaro, tikotro tuaso.
I too see strength, but also the capacity for understanding the world and your place in it. You could prove an interesting pupil.
Ipanar nuko iwa ir, nikasanarir, iruro ninua sa irkana.
He would like nothing more than to have you as a student. But show me that you walk the way of the open palm, and I will teach you the mysteries of Stone Immortal.
Usair kokonato, tanatir, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Sisai Pawao, Tikotro Tuaso. Wunno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo, konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ukir naro fir sisair witu ir utar nowinik ufir ukapoki.
That was before I realized that Jian caused as much trouble as he solved. We had a falling out, and I went my own way.
Irkana, o nikasurir kwana no kasa iriruru.
I only fight when it is necessary, and only when other options have failed, Jian. It does not make my actions any less significant.
O no yu wakitsu sa iroko wa shusi. You could ni kung uno sa ir son could noka ukyorir. Tawe ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Tawa ir fuir kwansa irat. Osinsu kukupir fuku. You could ni kung uno sa ir son could noka ukyorir. Nararo, na pirapirni, niktakatashi.
It did not prove so weak when we clashed, Jian.
O no yu wakitsu sa iroko wa shusi. Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruro ni nuwa sa irkana. Niato wo nanapadi irovir, koni ugnawata ir. O nikasurir kwana no koni ugnawata ir, niknipiir. O nawa fero, so, kuna. Sata kwana uno nap. Sir, ritsu tata sir. Ikirnik tine piru, wo iferek uk son puno. O nikasurir kwana no koni uk nawata ir, niknipiir. Wo son puno no, yapapap nasia uir sa ir uth. Sa ir yagoak, kokonato sir ipanoniniku. Wonakapir sari awaf, van sir surufus isinosaurus usuno. Wotowir ukawana ir usoana da hoki. Niato wonanapadi irovir. Sata tawe ir wonawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. Wo anania ifewir uk sonoruk noka uk snapir.
Always a pleasure to talk to another warrior. My game of Yi with Jian can wait a moment. What can I do for you? You know my name. That's really all that's important, isn't it? Not many know of my exploits outside of the prosperous East. I was once his student, until I decided I couldn't agree with all of his teachings. He was an excellent master, but I couldn't follow his philosophies. 20 years have passed since we parted ways, and while we disagree on principle, I can't help but feel some affection for the old man. This is why we only meet once a year to play Yi. Jian the Iron Fist is best taken in small doses. A wonderful province, and yes, one that I call home. You should visit sometime and see the wonders of Phoenix Gate. Of course, the Imperial City still stands as the greatest city, but Phoenix Gate has its own charms. Standing on the sea of glass, it is a hub of trade. Each year, Jian and I make our way here to the Seat of Heaven province to meet for a few days of Yi. It's something of a ritual. It was nice to talk for a while. Stone Immortal allows you to control the earth itself. It is not easy to master. To understand the earth, you must be aware of all things around you and understand that they are all connected in one way or another. That is why Stone Immortal is only taught to those who follow the way of the open palm. Our sense of harmony aids us in persuading the earth to serve as our ally. You have some understanding of the way of the open palm, but Stone Immortal is not easily taught. Return to me when you feel you understand the way of the open palm. Then you will be ready. When you feel that you sufficiently understand the way of the open palm,
Welcome, stranger! Welcome to beautiful Tien's Landing! Isn't it a glorious day? Oh, I know, people complain and grumble, but honestly, I think they're overreacting. Things can't be that bad, right? After all, you're here. If the town was truly doomed, would we still be getting visitors? Ha! I think not. In fact, I think your presence here is a sure sign that things are looking up. Soon, all our problems will be solved. It's just like I kept saying. People call me Li Shun the Talkative, though I have no idea why. I'm actually a basket maker. In fact, I dare say I am the best basket maker in all of Tien's Landing. Of course, with the dam open, ships can't navigate the river. So, I have no supplies to make my baskets and no customers to buy them. But am I worried? Of course not. My children only need one meal a day. After all, they're small. And my wife can take a third job if necessary. I know things will turn around soon. Things will get better. They always do. It's like my father used to say, the greater the problem, the greater the solution. I'm sure it'll all work out. You came to the right place, then. I won't give you the doom and gloom others will. Sure, we've got problems, but Tien's Landing is still the best village in the district. Enjoy your stay in wonderful Tien's Landing, where things are never as bad as they seem.
Hello, and welcome to Chuman's Woodcrafts. I'm afraid I don't have any woodwork items ready right now. My inventory's a bit understocked. You are well informed about our little town, stranger. It's true, I've thought about marriage. Sometimes I've even thought a good woman could help me run my business better. Why do you bring this up? Do you know of a suitable young woman who would be willing to marry a simple craftsman like myself? Eiling, the gang leader? She's beautiful, to be sure, but I've heard her beauty is only surpassed by her savage brutality. Why would I want to marry her? I'm sure she can be pleasant when she wants to be, but from what I hear, she can also be quite unpleasant when the mood hits. Well, she did turn that gang of thugs into a rather efficient criminal organization, and she is quite attractive. I guess it couldn't hurt to go talk to her. Come on, let's go see Eiling. Hello, Eiling. I'm Chuman the Craftsman. I'm pleased to meet you.
What's wrong with you? You look like you're gonna throw up. If you vomit on my floor, you'll be cleaning it up yourself.
Forgive me, but this isn't easy. Things are moving quite quickly here. I'm more used to taking things slow and careful. Perhaps it's the nature of being a craftsman.
That's right. You're a woodworker, aren't you? I remember seeing your wares in the market square. You've made some beautiful pieces.
I'm an excellent craftsman, but I'm terrible at business. Between suppliers who don't deliver what they promise and customers who won't pay, I can barely afford to feed myself.
You're a sensitive man, Chuman. You have the gentle soul of an artist. What you need is a woman with some steel in her spine to back you up.
I'd like that, Eiling. I've often thought that if I had someone strong by my side, someone to help me, I could turn things around.
I think Chuman and I should spend some more time getting to know each other. Just the two of us. You lived up to your part of the bargain and brought me a decent prospect, so I'll live up to mine. Here's the silver I promised you.
I've never seen so much silver before. I've been owed it, but I never managed to collect.
I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
I never knew you were such a romantic, though I always knew you had a generous heart. These docks remind me of the fishermen and...
Ignore the spots. You won't catch anything from me. Well, nothing dangerous.
Hello! You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Xipeng, mightiest merchant of Tien's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable time.
Oivoia uksonkob noko isansia.
Do you have a sword? Can I feel your muscles? Would you eat for breakfast?
Sorry, stranger. I stick to my regular customers.
Ing better figure out a way to get us out of here soon, or I'm going to...
Hello there, stranger. I haven't spotted you around Tien's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tien's Landing, if that's why you're here. You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested. I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tien's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go smoother. Let's see what I can teach you.
Stop right there! I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning!
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship! I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here. They're good men, but we're all a bit mad right now. The Great Dam is open and the lake that feeds into the river is gone. My ship is stranded here like a lame water buffalo. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam. The moment I saw you, I knew you were the fearless sort. I hoped you would offer to help. It shames me to need the help of a stranger. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have. You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key. Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It's hard for me to say this, but thank you.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and coddle the poor. That is exactly the case. You are not worthy to help me in my task. I need someone who understands that discord, friction, and trial are the true sources of strength. If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I will not waste any more time with you.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows. It's no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here. That'd drive anyone to drink. Okay then.
The folks of this town were kind at first, but now they're starting to annoy me. If Captain Ing can't get the ship out soon, there'll be a mutiny.
You again. What do you want now? Can't you see we're busy?
Sorry, stranger. I stick to my regular customers.
Your move, old goat.
Pretty.
Wo afaweer sun urk vonir ook. Ook zeer sa feet kup wo sarkir.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni onu you tashika wheel fonil sataraponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
Koni onuyu, kokir tatasina. Sun puno onuyusir tai kunpa ibnano pir ni wonun. Wonoir efuir uk sun norgfonir sier sisitu. Sata afsoir, uk napir anir ninpir. Owo sair uyukap tantharundano, wo tarwair shafir owo. Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaksir o finopifu. Wonoir efuir uk sun norgfonir sier sisitu. Sata afsoir, uk napir anir ninpir. Usosir uthak tarwair, shathir owosu. Wo quair ano uyu, kubkithir soso wawer wakwakir towir wo. Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaksir o finopifu.
Ah, I see the glint of intelligence, nobility, wisdom, consideration, and piety in your eye. A fine day to you. What can I sell you? Well, I make my living by knowing people. I can clearly see that you are of the finest sort. That is to say, the sort with silver ready in hand. Can I interest you in some seed? What about a pitchfork? I have hay as well. I'm afraid I do not. Just a few years ago, you could find wind maps everywhere, although only the rich needed them with their airship racing. Recently, the wind maps have disappeared. I know that when the Emperor's men left Tien's Landing, they took all the wind maps with them. There are those who say... but it is not important. Some say that Death's Hand is collecting all the wind maps and destroying them so that only he and his minions may travel freely about the Empire. However, I do not believe such talk. I believe firmly in the goodness, kindness, and wisdom of our Emperor and all those around him. I suppose there may still be merchants in the Imperial City who have some, and they were once so widely available that there must be some here and there. But I do not have any, nor do I know anyone who has one. I have the finest selection of seed, I carry excellent baskets, wonderful fish nets, and superb boat scrubbers. I have a cloak so warm it's like a weapon against the cold. I have a scrubber so good that it cleans like magic.
I am glad to hear you say what I was thinking.
A completely unfair assertion. After all, who wouldn't want a basket so big you can carry 2 babies in it? Very well. When you're ready to spend, I am ready to sell.
Will none of you brave the great southern forest?
Lord, finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test? Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with a unique problem. The Great Southern Forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners. If we did, would I be here? Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are. As I said, the trees in the Great Southern Forest sicken, and the paths fill with vicious ghosts. No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the Empire's heart, and Lord Young collects no taxes when no one travels his lands. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
It is not easy to be Minister Sheng, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult stranger. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Sheng simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own. This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision. Well, not by me. I cannot act against that horrible assassin Lim who opened the Great Dam. I'm not supposed to even say his name, but I am desperate for a solution. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam. Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea. Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me. What are you talking about? I haven't given you anything. Although I will need that back when you're done. Oh, and I am certainly not going to tell you that the ruins can be reached by heading across the footbridge and out the west gate of town. It wouldn't be proper. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you. Rue announced 3 days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the tea house for a bowl of wine. As far as I know, he's still there. Yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the Great Dam, and I never said that.
Wosiwania sa ia sakaku usawa ia nu pakpoporo. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Niwupa ia kupusa ia Elworth kraka ia nano uksaro isowak mikano wo napia shathia uko. Niwu sosawa ia wak tasi noni nano yota napia ifa ia ok. Noko wo ifa wia ok kun one wipifia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Wonoa ea sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok. O ifo ia uksonko noko isansia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Kutkosi wiwa ia wo nova ia ifo wia okta wikino. Woso awi ia ni tu uksumpuno. Utatsa ia oka yowe ia fonia sisa ia trusta pafawe ia towia. Aworth utkua wo kokopia kawa ia Elworth. Yukut ni kunk uno sa ison kudnoka ukyorir.
You again. What do you want now? Can't you see we're busy? Figurine? You mean that clay statue? Pretty little thing. I just borrowed it for a while. I didn't steal it. But I like it. My ma used to have lots of little figurines like that one. I ain't seen her in a long time. This helps remind me of her. Oh, geez, now you got me feeling all guilty about my ma. Here, take the figurine. Yeah. I don't mean to cause no trouble. I just missed my ma is all. I ain't crying. I just got something in my eye. I gotta go back to the boat now. Come on, boys, let's go.
Ignore the spots. You won't catch anything from me. Well, nothing dangerous.
Irkana, o Nigasuri Irkwana no Kasa Iriroro.
This is bad. Oh, this is bad. River dried up, pirates everywhere. This is worse.
Hey? What do you want? I'm Wei. Some call me Old Wei, but that's because they don't know Old Chan. If I'm old, he's ancient. He's at least a week older than me. Of course, we're both pretty old compared to most of the people in Tien's Landing. Why, most of them don't even remember what it was like before the flood. Away with you then, youngster. Turn your back on Old Wei.
Koni onuyu, kokeir tatasinan. Sun puno onuyusir taikunpa ibnano pir ni wonun. Wo yakuptir, ni shin warawair, wo suir kak. Akwi wo ofir, san kasoir wo siyutana. Usosir uthak tarawair, shathir owosu. Sair sankut noka o napar akwaifan u nakwair kosuwair. Ukir rafir sasir sonsirafir. Onuyuir napair wo kwair shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan. Onuyuir napair wo kwair shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan.